it quick. We're quick. We're
good.
Point, boom.
Yeah.
Say a few words. Let's say, hey, look what we're here with, and we're done.
Yeah.
Couple questions. That's it.
Oh, we're ready.
Hey, look who we are here with. We are with none other than Don Gibb, also known as Ogre. Nerds! Give us a good
You nerd.
Oh, man.
We're here at Akron Comic Con 2024. We just figured we'd come over and say hi and just ask them a few questions. We're short,
I'm not really
sweet.
good at questions, but you know what? I'll try my best.
But
You ask us questions.
Well, you could actually whisper in me the answer, and that would be good. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I'll give you the answer.
All right, buddy.
But no, I know that you did play football for a little bit.
Yeah,
and but then you had an injury.
I had a car accident, and when I was in University of Mexico, I was actually playing basketball, and then a really bad car accident, almost died. But I still continued to play college basketball in San Diego in double vision. People just go, you can't. And I'm like, what do you, aim in the middle? I go, no, I mean, I'm a survivor. They didn't think I'd be, live. And so, yeah, I've had, crazy in my life, man. It seems like every time you get it,
That's all right.
you take 4 steps back.
That's okay. That's all right. But what led you to act? Is that something you always wanted to
No,
do, or did it fall in?
I used to put the drama kids in the lockers. You know what I mean?
I'm out of here.
You know what I mean?
So no wonder.
The drama students used to go like, oh, here comes Don.
Every time I see you, you're a henchman, you're a
Right.
biker.
Right.
Let's
And then I'm
get
like-
this kind of plan.
I'm like, what the hell, So it's so funny because then all of a sudden, God's got a great sense of humor. I become a really famous actor, and I'm thinking to myself, I used to friggin' hate those kids. Look at me now, like God's going.
The bullies can turn out good.
Yeah, God, God's like laughing. He goes, "You want to make fun of people? Hey, okay, here we go." Never in my. I started out doing stunt works. That's what I did. I started out being a stunt man, and I love that because I'm athletic and all, And then I did. I read for Magnum, and that was for a stunt actor. And they go, "You ever read for anything before?" And I said, "No, I don't." So I get there and they go, "Oh yeah, you just grab the script and you read it and a scene." And I'm like, "What?" So I didn't know. And then I got it. I was like shocked. They go, "Don, you got that part?" And I'm like, "What?" So that was and then I got Nerds, and then I got Bloodsport, and then that was it.
Did you audition for Nerds, or did someone say, I got the perfect guy for you?
Well, I didn't audition. I was working on First and 10 with OJ and all that,
Right.
One of the, must have known John Cloud, was one of the guys that worked on First and 10. And he said, "Don's freaking perfect. Do you know who he is?" And they kind of knew. And I went and met him at the agent's office because I heard Jean-Claude Van Damme. And I'm thinking, no, we're not meeting at a hotel. Or no, I don't know. I just thought that name sounded a little scary to me. And so I met him out, and they hired me. I was like shocked. Didn't get paid crap, but,
That's all right.
back in those days, I took anything because I
A lot
wanted to
of the
get it.
things you did at the beginning, I was noticing on your IMDb, was uncredited. Was that when you were more like doing stunt
It could have been extra work
extra work?
because I used to do that in the summertime when I was in college, because it was good money. Back then, when you're in college.
I saw you as Conan, uncredited.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah.
I'll say your first credited role was Revenge of the Nerds. Is that correct?
No, I think it was Magnum, the TV show.
Okay.
But then Lost in America came right after that with Brooks, not Mel, Albert Brooks. It's a pretty big movie, And I picked up his girl on the highway after they lost all their money in Vegas. She goes, "You lost our nest egg. You don't even know what a nest egg is." You're ready.
Brooks, too.
Fun your man. I knew it was going to be really fun to work with him when he just took the script and he threw it on the desk and he goes, "Just chase me around the bus. You know what we're doing." And then he hired me right there. Ad lib's good for me.
Yeah, that's
I don't
the best
really.
way to go.
Well, I
Especially
don't.
when you're funny.
I don't like to read lines because then it comes out like I'm reading it. I always tell people.
That brings me to one of my questions I wanted to ask you. It might be a dumb question, but Revenge of the Nerds 2, when you became a nerd.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the defining point in my mind, when you guys were all sitting in that circle and you guys all got done smoking, and you just sat there and you said, "What if CAT really spelled dog?" Was that scripted, or was that something to just throw something out that comes to your
My
mind?
buddy, the stunt coordinator, was a guy named Terry James, and he's the one that came up with the idea where they couldn't move me on the barrel, And then the second one we did, or the fourth one we did, he's the one that came up with the idea where I come, we're having a food fight, and I put the cake, the clear cake thing over my head and run in there so they can't hit me in the face. But yeah, that him and I both came up with that, I did. Well, Bloodsport, there wasn't anything in the script that I actually did. It was all what I did.
You were the only one from the first one. I think that was in the second one from Bloodsport, isn't it? Is that true?
Yes. The second people that did Bloodsport 2 were a very small independent film, and they wanted me in it for sure, and they tried to tie it. But yeah, they were idiots, so they screwed that up.
All right. Final question.
Yes, sir.
This has been on the minds of some of the guys over at our table.
Okay.
They said, make sure you ask him. Make sure.
I do too.
Revenge of the Nerds, the first one. The belching contest.
Oh, come on now.
Was that a real belch or was that sound effect?
Curtis.
Yours, not Curtis.
Oh, now mine. There was sound effects in it, but nothing like Curtis. Curtis had. I told you, right? Didn't I tell you that they had a camel? It's one of the 24 tracks. And I mean,
seriously,
dude, that is the loudest, ugliest thing you've ever heard. Wow! I went, where the f- did you find
I'm never going to forget that now. Whenever I see that market,
they had a camel.
At the zoo.
They actually had a camel thing. What he was going. I said, where did you? I told Jeff, the director, I go, where did you get that noise? Right? And he goes, oh, one of it's a camel. I'm like, oh my god, that's the grossest noise.
that is great. That's a great way to.
I know.
Right? Great answer.
All right. That's usually I just take and throw it. Drop the mic.
All right. Well,
All right, you nerds.
before we sign off, because one of our other co-hosts for our show, he's a huge fan of yours. He ended up heading to work the whole weekend. Very disappointed that he couldn't meet you. So can you just look in there and just say, Vern, you nerd.
No problem. You ready?
Yep.
Vern, you nerd. For not being here, we're going to put you in a locker for a weekend.
Perfect, man. Awesome.
Yeah, well,
He's a big guy.
we make like 3. We could cut out the ding and make 3, as long as we could just shove them in there.
Well, someone tells me it would be his first time in a locker.
No, okay. That's what I always tell people. I go, don't act like you'd never been in a locker, motherfucker.
I love it. Hey, I appreciate it,
Thanks,
man.
guys.
Great talking with you.
All
Great
right.
seeing you,
Thanks
man.
for coming to Cleveland.
Thank you.